At the moment, we're watching the PM peak traffic run through this intersection. And so we have 40th Avenue and Terwillegar Drive south. And what typically happens on an afternoon weekday is that traffic stops at this intersection and backs up onto the white mud in both directions, which is to say traffic coming south across the Cornell and coming onto Terwillegar Drive is stopped on the freeway, and traffic that is coming west on the white mud drive and is trying to curl underneath is stopped on the freeway. And so that creates very dangerous situations on the white mud drive of traffic stopped in what is presumably the fast lane, if you will, or the left lane. The transportation network in southwest Edmonton is extremely fragile. And so this is symptomatic of that. Essentially, whenever there's any kind of an upset on our traffic network, anywhere in southwest Edmonton, we get overwhelming congestion and we get all kinds of problems, frankly. People can't get to their homes, they can't get out of the neighborhood. The network is just so fragile, it just is at capacity all the time that it cannot accept any kind of interruption, accident, stall, weather, construction, anything. This roadway was built with this odd geometry, this curve, to allow for an overpass to be constructed in a construction site that right now is not in the way of anything. But that geometry has existed in this form for the better part of 30 years. So we've got traffic lights hung by cables. We've got unusual geometry that makes it unsafe for pedestrians. We can see somebody crossing the road right now, and they're taking their life in their hands, frankly, because people that are coming south are not looking at all at that pedestrian that's coming from this direction. So the curves are unusual. The traffic light sequencing does not speak to flow of traffic and getting cars moving. It's a real schmozzle, and because it's such a schmozzle, it backs up onto the white mud, and that creates some very dangerous situations. So we're not necessarily as a community in favor of building an 8-lane freeway right through the community. That doesn't necessarily appeal to very many people either. But in this instance, at this intersection, we need a bridge.